you check the children? Show a little match sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie Robert.
Duell.
Birch Parker.
And we have finally all gotten the chance to watch and now are going to review the third season of, or part 3 of, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. So we have reviewed the first 2 parts already, and we were big fans. I'm not sure how many of us reviewed it. Was it just you and me doing the first 2 ones?
I think it was just us two.
Okay, so we jumped on the train early, and we were big fans of it. And I was hoping that that was going to continue in this one. If I'm going to start off with my overall thoughts, I got to say it was a bit more of a task to get through this season than the first 2 were, in my opinion. I was much happier with the last 3 or 4 episodes than I was with the first 6 or 7, because the first 6 were just really slow, in my opinion. It was much more heavy on the teen drama side of things. Mm-hmm. Sabrina was way more hung up on Nick than I thought she should have been this entire season, so I was not a fan of a lot of that this time around. It became I was always, even in the trailer reaction, I was a proponent of saying that this is not like a Riverdale-ish, so drama-y kind of thing, but unfortunately this season took it further in that direction than I would have liked. It brought it back when it started to go kind of crazy, big supernatural style towards the back half, but overall I was a bit disappointed in this season compared to my love for the first 2 seasons. Susie?
I actually really liked it. Okay. I mean, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, I do agree. But I think the last few episodes kind of made up for that because of where it's going now. I'm like, yeah! I'm really excited for it. So, there's just so much the Nicholas Scratch and Sabrina thing doesn't work for me, and the Harvey and Roz thing doesn't work for me. It's just all around weird. So, but it looks like things are happening. So, I was happy. Yeah.
Definitely the most lackluster out of the 3. Yeah. I wanted to like this, but you were saying, in the beginning it's a very slow burn. Mm-hmm. Really not, the biggest part is the last 3-4 episodes. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of elements that I really did like that they were bringing into this, the whole the deep ones and Lovecraftian and stuff and everything, the Eldritch Terrors, what Blackwood kept bringing up and everything, mm-hmm. which I'm excited for in the 4th season as long as it's done right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, again, brought up the whole Nicholas thing and Sabrina, and I like her as Sabrina, but there's still too many times where she has no emotion in her face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That bugs the crap out of me. Mm-hmm. I want to like her, I do like her at times, but there's more often than not, it's there could have been someone else for this role. Mm-hmm. But other than that, season 2 was definitely the best. Mm-hmm. Definitely the best in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But like I said, wasn't overly jazzed about this season, but there were still elements I really enjoyed.
Marcia?
I was so disappointed. So disappointed. The season 2 was so phenomenal and ended at such a high point, and it set up the season 3 to be super dark and all the drama left behind, and she could just go to hell and kick some ass, and then we get her and she's all like, oh, but my boyfriend, and I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Are you what? And the very first episode I said, oh great, here we go again. Mm-hmm. This is season 1 all over again, and I'm like, is this another series that's gonna be we're not good this year, but we're gonna good this year, and then this year we're gonna suck, and then next year we're gonna be better. And it's no, just stay with the dark stuff. Nobody cares about this melodramatic, it doesn't even make sense. You're okay, I'm gonna battle for I'm gonna be the queen of hell now. Look at me, I'm wearing the crown, and then you're okay now. I have to fight for it, but you don't even take it seriously. Even each thing that she had to do, she made a horrible decision. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you got the crown, but this could be a really great magical, experiment. Let me play with it for a week. You know what? Okay, yeah, I want to go see my boyfriend, so that makes sense. What?
Yeah.
No, you're in the middle of a contest. This doesn't even make any sense. And then why she didn't bang that blonde guy, I have no idea. I mean, come on.
Sorry.
The Prince of Dirt
He's
or
such
whatever.
a doucher.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That,
Like,
yeah, that's why.
Play
That's
that-
why
play
it's a
that.
once and done.
Oh
man.
my
man,
God.
And they
come
call
on.
us shallow.
I know, right?
They call
They're in the
dudes
middle
shallow.
of
me.
like a
Who cares?
tiny-
Look at him.
Yeah, right?
What would? How tore down would we be if we said that about a woman?
Dude, when he was all
I would be like, yeah, probably. I would do the same.
like, that makes sense, you know? But like, I mean, he's like, hey, let's make a deal. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Like, whatever. What is she? Who else is she gonna marry right now? Harvey?
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to Ross and Rachel, her and Harvey, and it's not working for
It's
me
not
either.
working because it's
Frankly, I don't like anyone with
I
her
was
because
just-
I don't like how she is with anyone. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't.
I don't
yeah.
like. I
She's a
don't-
lot cooler when she's just straight on demon and witch or whatever.
Yeah, let's just focus on
Yeah.
that. That seems bigger stakes, like what we should be focusing on anyway.
right.
But yeah,
And they make it, they downplay it, and it doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe because I'm not a teenage girl, probably, but I'm like, girl, get your shit together and start like killing some people. And the whole
Yeah.
drama with the baby killer, and she's all like, oh, I don't know what to do. Wait, don't you have ways to just teleport and do magic and just like find the girl and take her? Like,
yeah.
this makes no sense.
So since we've kind of segued into story anyway, the
Sorry.
big aspect of it. No.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a good transition. The crux of the story on the witch side of things. Here's the thing: if you want to watch a show that is focused on witches, don't give me a season where the witches don't have any power.
Oh, right.
Like
Yeah.
that's the
Thank
big main plot outside of Sabrina taking and then ignoring the throne of hell. It's all about the witches of that area who have lost all of their
God, you guys
power.
are
and
really
they're
reminding
trying
me
to...
of a bunch of shit, and now I'm really unhappy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, their whole thing is there's a whole rival crew of people that are introduced for the first time this season and are not engaging at all, in my
Wiccans?
opinion.
Yeah.
The pagans, yeah.
The pagans. It's like,
Yeah.
who cares about this, you know? Why do I care about the Coven when they can't do anything, when you're stretching it out over the whole season, them trying to get their power back? It was just so boring to me. So, yeah, story-wise, it was a fail to me.
Well, not
this
to
year.
mention, they could have been wiped out way quicker
Yeah.
than what they drugged out in the whole season. Especially
well-
with what the pagans were trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like,
So story-wise, for the most part, it's a fail. I will say I gotta rein that in a little bit because when they did decide to really go for it towards the end, that I was like, okay, well at least you're going for it here. You know,
Right.
it's kind of too little, too late, but at least I'll enjoy it since I'm stuck finishing it for the show anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
how about Hilda's win with the voodoo doll, though?
that was cool.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun to see her come
Fuck,
back.
I love her. She's so awesome.
Yeah, Hilda is
So
good.
awesome.
So yeah, Susie, your thoughts on the story now,
I just
taking it
thought
all
about-
into account.
I just thought about when she was the spider.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Her poor thing, she ate her man. Or so
Same-
she thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, now I'm really pissed off. I watched it when it first was released, so that, and I binged watched it. So, I mean, yeah, now looking back at it, this whole next season is going to be such a fuck all because of what she did. None of it's going to come out okay. None of what she decided to do is going to come out okay. Like,
I've come around to
She's-
Marcia's side of things. From the very first season, Marcia has despised Sabrina's decision-making capabilities.
yeah,
can't
it's
make
because
a
she's
good
a
decision.
teenager. She's a teenage girl.
She's selfish.
No, but even
Don't
in,
even
in
blame
well,
teenagers, because
no,
not all teenagers are this
no, look,
stupid.
in well-balanced shows,
No.
they occasionally
No.
make good decisions. Sabrina
okay.
has never really made, like, until the end of a season, Sabrina doesn't make the right call.
No.
Okay, she's
Until
the
she's forced
stereo-
into it.
Yeah.
And
She's
even
the
then, she still
stereotypical-
mucks something up.
Yeah, like she did in this one. Like,
Which
her
is
final decision.
the
it's
biggest-
like, why would you do that?
That's the biggest shitter
Even
that you
I,
could
as a
ever
viewer,
do.
know you just fucked up big time.
Yeah, like
I'll just
It's-
let my alter ego
Yeah,
take
like,
over
oh.
hell. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
totally
you know,
fine.
I might have created a time paradox, but at
She's
least
fine.
now I get to have
What
my
could
cake and eat it
happen?
too. It's
I
like,
love her cousin.
Jesus
He's all like,
Christ.
Ambrose
you don't tell me
Yeah,
these things
Ambrose
because
is
it's
us.
wrong.
Ambrose
if you're
is us,
wrong,
really.
well, just can I be you and fix things, please? Sorry.
No, go ahead, Robert. Yeah, go ahead. Any further thoughts on the story?
Not,
I know
not
we've all
really.
been jumping in.
Yeah,
okay.
that's really like basically we're all hitting on about the same
Yeah.
points.
Yeah. Okay. Acting wise, do we have any? Again, Nicholas Scratch. I just cared about him less and less and less the
Oh, yeah.
entire time.
My,
It's fucking
my,
terrible.
my eyes basically rolled out of my head.
Every time he
It's
comes,
just ugh.
I did like what they did with Black. What is it?
Blackwood.
Yeah.
Like basically going
That
all
was
crazy.
the
and
ultimate.
shit.
Well, no. Well, I thought having him be the vessel for a while made sense.
That was cool.
I was like, ooh, let's keep this for a while,
Yep.
and then it didn't keep it, and I was like, fucking show.
It's like they're taking a little bit from Supernatural.
Right.
But the things that don't make sense is like when Lucifer was trapped,
Mm-hmm.
like he didn't continue to have power and like do things, but
Mm-hmm.
but they were having the devil's like, oh, I hear you're praying to Lilith now, so now I'm gonna strip you of your powers, like. But wasn't the whole point of like trapping you in like some sort of like devil trap was that you?
No, but
wouldn't
remember
have
the
those
very first time
powers?
we see him in the trap, she fucks up the trap and accidentally swipes away a part of the sand.
that's right.
that's
So
right.
he wasn't
how did that
completely
happen?
encased. How do you not pay enough? You literally
Like,
just trapped the guy.
yeah, isn't that number
usually
one
you
priority?
get tired and then you accidentally do things. But she just got angry, and of course, as she left, she like accidentally swept aside the stuff. So he wasn't. So that's how he was able to listen in and stuff
okay.
like that.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Or at least
seriously?
I'm making excuses for the show
Yeah.
because like literally, she traps him and
It probably
untraps him in the
was-
same scene.
Yeah, that's just stupid. It's ridiculous. It's like they're doing too much at the same time. Like, stick with one storyline. Like, with her taking over Hell, that's what it should have been. It should have
The
been
entire
about her taking over Hell, and then like with a little bit of the mixed drama because it is a teenage show. You're gonna have a little bit of the melodrama, but like let's focus on the main stuff. So I thought that was a big deal for them.
Also, they kind of took
acting was
Lilith
okay.
from really cool to really lame. Like she was, the
was like a
queen of
babys-
hell, and
she was a
and then she was a
babysitter.
glorified,
Yeah.
whining, sniveling babysitter. Like, oh, he's gonna come get us, the whole time. It's like, what happened to the cool character we were introduced
You
to?
I
just
thought
had
she was
all
a
this
badass
power.
with all this power. Yeah.
Yeah,
When Nicholas scratches in with the sex demon.
That was hilarious. It's just, yes, hit me harder.
That was so embarrassing.
Ugh.
It's one of those scenes in the movies, like even if you're watching it
You're
alone,
like-
you feel embarrassed for yourself
Yeah,
watching
like,
it.
Yeah.
mm.
I just, let me check my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So finally, let's
Oh
talk
my God.
about the effects, right? At least the effects were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
they,
the money,
they
it's
continue
for
to
the
invest, in the effects. They're not bothering and investing in acting classes or, actually, it's not the acting. It's really just one or two weak characters. They're not investing in writers.
Yeah.
Like good writers that can really beat out a season that makes it interesting. You know what I mean?
At this point, I like watching it for the effects and the production wise, and like it, and then the side characters like the cousin Ambrose, what's his name?
Ambrose. I love him.
And then
Right?
and the
It's awesome.
and then the two aunts, but even the aunts got like shit play this time
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
And
they did.
And it's like you guys, how do you go backwards like that? You built them up to have all
Yeah,
this
they made
power,
Hillary,
and then,
Zelda like
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
puss.
Well, so
Like,
what like, fucking Salem got 2 episodes out of this whole season?
oh yeah, he
the-
wasn't
the
allowed to go
cat?
anywhere.
Yeah.
The cat. Yeah, like 2 episodes in the entire season. You see the cat.
I did like the Wizard of Oz episode though. I thought that was fun.
And you know what's
Me
funny?
too.
I think they must have gauged people's responses at the end of the first season because they briefly toyed with the animals actually talking. Remember at the
Yeah.
end of the very first season, the bird talked, and did
Yeah.
the cat say something too?
Oh, basically it was more like kind of just like a mind thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to
'Cause
see
he-
more of that.
Yeah, because he
like,
originally
that was
showed up
actually
as like
interesting.
a basically just like a silhouette really when he first appeared to her,
Yeah.
and then he turned into the cat.
Right.
Let's have more of that.
Yeah, well, but they even did
See
the
what
old,
the actual
No,
familiar
what I'm
looks
saying is they
like.
did the old puppeteering at the end of the first season for one scene. You saw them like actually talking like the old Sabrina show. So it was kind of
I'm drawing a blank on that.
they did
Yeah.
they did it
Okay.
for one scene, and
Okay.
I was like, oh, does that mean next season they're gonna start talking?
Yeah,
it's like,
I was really
no,
excited
they just
about that.
abandoned it.
No, yeah,
completely.
that's random.
So, anyway, that's a bit of a side discussion,
They
but
should have at least, like you're saying, like the mind meld or something.
Yeah.
Like to have some of that.
So, like,
'Cause
granted,
Salem
yeah, they're
was the
still
best
talking
part.
to each
Yeah.
other and everything like that, but
yeah, we just don't hear his response. It's like, well, why?
yeah, it's just a meow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Give-
Like,
give
You're
that stuff
stupid.
back.
Oh,
Give
because
him-
he said, "Girl, you're dumb."
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's what he
You
said.
stupid bitch!
Yeah.
Oh, Salem.
Why did
Sabrina,
I?
you're making all the wrong choices.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Salem.
Why did I make this decision to become your familiar?
I was about to say, yeah, he's probably thoroughly regretting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's saved her ass numerous times though
Yeah.
already.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
Alright.
I think that's going to do it for our discussion on the third part / season of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. I mean, some people like it. I'm sure
Sure.
but it's just starting to where we're starting to see the cracks in the matrix here a little bit on the show. But nonetheless, we still enjoyed it enough to watch it all the way through. So, are we going to watch the next season?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll watch
Yeah.
it. I'm hoping.
Okay,
I'm
so-
hoping they go. I hope they go
Course
better.
correct, yeah.
Yeah, because
So it's like the reverse of the Star Trek movies. Instead of the odds, it's the even seasons
Yeah,
that are good.
there you go.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, that's going to do it, you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on the chilling adventures of Sabrina. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie Von Slaughter.
Robert Duell.
Marcia Parker.
And remember, stay
Stay scared.
scared.